What's up, guys? JP, welcome to my relic room / workshop. Check this out. Got another package in from a relic hunter in Texas that many of you already know who he is. And this is going to be Preacher Digger. He's a really great guy. He found an awesome Civil War relic and reached out to me and has no high expectations with this one because it's in really bad shape. But he wanted me to attempt a restore on this. Stick with me on this video, guys. Cross your fingers. I'm really hoping this is going to work out. Preacher Digger's a great guy. He's got an awesome YouTube channel. So you guys definitely got to check him out. But let's get to his Civil War relic and see what's in here. As I mentioned, and like I said, this is the first time I've seen this in person myself. So hopefully it's not as bad in person as it looked in the photos, but I have a feeling it's going to be as bad as it is in person. You're gonna have to bear with me on this because I'm doing this one-handed while I'm holding the camera. So what we got here? Nice, look at that, Preacher Digger. There you go, guys. Check it out. That's what I'm talking about. Send in a sticker. I'm going to definitely take that one. Thanks a lot, Preacher Digger. And a business card. I like it, man. This guy's awesome. All right, guys, for the big reveal. This thing is small. No. The pictures he sent me, he didn't have anything next to it to give me size comparison. This is a mini, guys. A mini US, guys. And this thing is jacked up. It is in bad shape. Preacher Digger, let me tell you, you are a lucky man. That is a mini US buckle, guys. Look at it really close. You can see right here. Buckle tab, buckle tab. The wire comes down together on each side. At least it looks like it to me. Little buckle tab hook that's rusted away. Comes down, and this is where the double loop would come out. That is going to be a buckle. A mini US buckle. Preacher Digger, I don't even think you realize what you have here, brother. Awesome. And this is going to be a hard restore. It's going to be a hard restoration. But I'm going to see if I can get this, find this in the book and show you guys what I'm talking about. See the tab here, rusted tab there, rusted tab here, straight down. Two of them coming together. That, I believe, is going to be a buckle. Let me see. I'm going to find it in the buckle book and show you guys. Talk about being blessed. Man, look at this. So check this out, guys. This is going to be a beautiful, beautiful belt plate. And 1839 to 1861 model US belt plate. And let me show you. This here on the back. And I'm going to get close so you guys can see. Loop here, loop there, where it would be and where it's rusted away. Loop there, loop there. You got the two loops on each side where they would have been rusted away. And then where the wires come through the middle, you can sort of see the imprint a little bit. And then right down through the center. And then that portion would be right here. A little bit closer to this end, but there's a lot missing. But all right, so check this out. This is on rarity level 7. And that's for this book. So that's on a 1 to 10 scale. That's pretty high because at least I think so. The OVM buckle that I just did was a rarity level 6. So shockingly enough, this is actually going to be rarer, at least from what this book is saying, than that OVM mini buckle that I did. This is going to be a mini US 1839 to 1861 period belt plate. But anytime that I start to work on anything, I make sure that I clean off that plate as much as possible from any dirt, debris, or anything that may be on it, covering it. Some people put sealers on it, which I do not recommend. If you're ever planning on getting a restoration done, never put a sealer on it. I just think, me personally, I prefer to work with something that has been untouched and that's been straight out of the ground. It just, to me, it just makes it a whole lot easier. So Preacher Digger's plate, it was sealed. I don't think he was planning on having a restoration done and then decided to have it done, but he sealed it with a polyurethane. So this has been a little difficult to clean off, but I'll show you what I've done to try to remove the polyurethane sealant off of it and get it down to the actual base metal of the plate, which you need to do when you're doing a restoration. So, all right, let me show you real quick. Do not, please do not put any acrylic, sealing the item in any acrylic, Renaissance wax, or polyurethane. So I don't bring this up to criticize this relic owner, because this relic owner at the time, I believe, thought that he was not going to have this restored, so he decided to seal this entire buckle or plate in polyurethane. Okay, so I'm needing to strip all this polyurethane off to be able to work with this buckle. I need to be able to see all the cracks and crevices and damage to the buckle, but also I need to expose the metal more to be able to work with it. So if you were ever planning on having a restoration done, please do not put any polyurethane, acrylic, or Renaissance wax. I had somebody contact me with one that had fingernail polish all over it. Please do not do that. It just makes the process a whole lot harder for me to have to do a restoration. So I'm having to remove and strip this off. I don't know if you notice, you can see the detail work a whole lot more in the US. You can also see the cracks a little bit more in detail. I'll tell you how I'm doing it. I do it in small amounts with a gauze, okay? And I put a small amount of polyurethane or acrylic remover on this gauze, and I do it in small amounts on the plate and wipe it and get it down. But I cannot do large amounts, and the reason for that is this has a patina on it, and you only want to be able to take the polyurethane or your sealant off, but you want to leave the patina. This has a natural chocolate patina that I want to keep, so I'm trying to get the polyurethane off without damaging the natural patina. But helpful hint that I thought everybody should know: please do not seal it with anything if you're planning on getting a restoration done. I have a lot more to do on this. It's banged up. I'm going to do photos and videos along the way, so stick with me on this, and hopefully this turns out well. All right, we're moving on to a different phase, and I want to show you what I've gotten so far. This is the US mini buckle that I'm working on, and as you saw earlier in earlier photos, that it was bent up a little bit, and I wanted to show you that I was able to get it flat again. I wanted to go ahead and be transparent with everyone and show them somewhat of the process, and I'm hoping that you're going to enjoy this video, so just continue watching. I'm going to bring you in closer really quick. Okay, if you look right here, this has an iron hook, iron here, okay, and then it has the iron hook that came down like this. Now this is the iron belt hook that came down right here, and there was another one here on this side over here, iron belt hook that came down. Okay, and these two came together right here, and they come down, the two wires, because this was a single wire here, a single wire here, two single wires come together into making two wires that come down, and these are iron wires. They're really rigid, really hard to even bend, but they come down together, two wires here, and when it would come down here, it would be one uniform piece, and it would come around like this in a loop, and the loop would be curled around like that into a hook. So this would have been the belt hook, and the belt hook up here and hook up here, but this would have been two pieces of iron together that came together here in one loop here, and these were single up here on this end. Okay, but I wanted to bring you closer so you can see this. You can actually see the iron right there, and the other one is up in here. But the reason why I wanted to show you this is I'm going to, with this restoration, attempt to reinstall new iron loop up in the front, an iron hook loop up in the front. Now I'm using period iron, Civil War period iron, okay? That is the same diameter, that is rusted out, that you can see. I don't know if you can see this or if it's in a bad angle, but that is Civil War period, rusted out iron, really hard to bend and manipulate. I mean, I have to heat this up to where it's bright red to even bend this or manipulate it. But that's gonna be a different process, but I'll show you how it matches up in the diameter, perfect size. It's gonna come down inside here, and it is going to be put right in there. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed, guys, with the camera, but as you can see, it's going to be attached right there. There you go. See that? It's going to attach right there onto that side. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing on this side with the piece that I'm holding. It's going to attach inside there, okay? And then it's going to come out together into a loop, wrap around, and you're going to have a new, hopefully, a new belt loop. Once I get this loop made up, we'll see how it fits. I might take a picture of it or do another video. So keep watching, guys. Hopefully you're enjoying this so far. All right, we're at a different phase, and I want to show you how well things are sort of coming together. Now, it took a lot to get this bend in it the way it is. High temperature, little burning on my finger. But all right, let me show you guys. Remember I showed you up close. This is going to marry up right there. Look how perfect that's going to match up. Let me see if I can grab this better for you guys to see. Look how perfect that is going to match up right there. So I got the one loop that's going to wrap around. Now, from this point on, I'm going to show you, I'm just lay this down. From this point on, okay, from the back bend to the front up here, from this back bend to this front, it has to be 15 millimeters. So now I'm going to measure from this bend to up here, 15 millimeters. And then that's where the loop's going to totally bend around into a loop and go back the opposite direction to reconnect on the other side over in this portion. So stick with me, and I'm going to show you what we're doing. And like I said, it's a long process, and it's a lot of work to get these bends in it, but that's what I'm going through. Now, once I get that done, I'm not going to be installing this now. I just like to have all my pieces set aside, done, and so when I get to the point where I need to start working on the back more, I have everything ready, and then I can just move right into it right away. So, all right, stick with me, guys. Hopefully I can get the rest of these bends in it, and I'll show you along the way. Because this was a lot of work to make this belt plate loop or hook for this buckle. It's super hard to do because it is really rigid. Had to go really high temperature to even get this iron to bend. I don't know if many of you know, iron is really hard to bend, and this was extremely hard to bend small pieces of iron, but it's also very hard to take a regular length piece of iron and know the measurements. That's my OCD, to know the measurements, to take the loop and see on this spot, have one end go in there and go through all the bends where they're supposed to be, and the other end marry up on the other side in this spot it is supposed to. So a little OCD, but I just want you guys to appreciate the work that I put into your buckles and your plates and the restorations I do. It takes a long time, but I'll show you what I've done so far. This is going to be the loop. It's exactly 15 millimeters as it should be. If you notice on the bottom, at the bottom portion, one end is a little bit longer than the other, and that's exactly because on this side one end is a little bit longer than the other. So we're going to go ahead and see if it attaches in, and it should sit right into the void. Just bear with me. I'm doing this with one-handed. Now, of course, I have to put lead on the back of this, and this has to be set in place to where it's attached to the original iron that's there, which takes a lot of work, but I just wanted to get this hook made up and give you guys an idea. I don't know about you, but that thing looks good to me. Look at that, how that thing lines up perfectly now, as it should. That's a lot of work, guys. You may not realize it, but that is a tremendous amount of work to make sure that to measure out where each bend is supposed to be in the wraparound to make that loop. To give you guys an idea of what this is, it is that loop right there. Let me zoom out a little bit for you guys. Come up here. There's the plate, there's the loop. Give you size perspective. It's exactly 15 millimeters as it should be. Rusted out, Civil War period iron. It worked out. So I'm going to see if I can do it on the other side, but I don't think so, but we'll see.